Good evening and welcome to Nightfall in Amsterdam. Tonight we are joining a diverse group as they go to check out a strange occurrence. Word kind of has whispered around the supernatural community, and it seems to have kind of sprung up out of nowhere, but that there would be a underground bazaar, kind of a street market in some of the along some of the canals on the lower walkways and even some of the underground canal accesses. This Nightmarket, as it has been called, was seems to be unorganized and out of the blue, but yet a number of supernaturals are there with shops or have set up social areas. There's tables and chairs that have come out. There's people milling about, people hawking their wares, even a couple of pop-up sort of impromptu pubs, in smaller alcoves where they've set up bars and are serving alcohol and have music going and whatnot. There's kind of a little bit of everything, but the main theme seems to kind of just be like counterculture in general. There's, like punk anarchs, your classic goths. There's very, kind of these rustic looking druidic type pagan-y craftsmen in cloaks, and then one booth over from the guy in the cloak with a walking stick, you'll find a man in a full Renaissance era coat and blouse sitting there. It's very all over the board. And so you guys find yourself kind of standing at one of the larger service canals. So it's a canal in the center with these wide walkways on both sides. But these actually are covered. They actually go under the main streets and stuff. Kind of looking at this almost sheer chaos. And with that, I'll turn it over to you guys to kind of introduce yourself and decide how you want to proceed, what you want to look for.
I'll jump in first since nobody else has. Miranda, those who've known her, she doesn't look like herself. She looks like she has gone through a major reinvention. Instead of this sexy kind of business attire, like she belongs in a boardroom or under somebody in a boardroom's table. She now looks like she belongs in the Viking period. She's got corset, leather skirt that looks like it's more like armor than just a traditional skirt. She's got a big, heavy fur cloak around her. The sides of her head are shaved. The hair on top is braided into very intricate braids. And she's wandering around, glancing through anything that she can see with books.
Ailey is gonna kind of walk up to the entry area here. She's as you can see in the picture, she's blonde. She's got a leather jacket on and just some blue jeans on and some black boots and a black t-shirt on underneath her jacket. And she kind of pauses outside the entryway as she's finishing smoking her cigarette, and she's kind of like peeking in the entryway at this point, but just kind of hangs out there for a few minutes.
I'll go. Alvaro will be, as in the picture, Middle Eastern descent, wearing a duster, slightly tannish, sun-bleached jeans, and a white shirt. He's kind of perusing about, smoking a cigarette.
And Ekta is going to be just kind of perusing. She is in like surgical blue scrubs. Hair's up in a turban as usual. East Indian descent. And she's just basically going to see what all is here. You know, you kind of one of those things of where you know what you need whenever you see it, kind of thing. And she's just going to walk right by Miranda. She doesn't know her. Looks too different.
I'm gonna say she only saw her once to begin with.
No, I think
Twice.
Yeah.
I think.
Twice. Yes, twice.
That's right. She was at both of the things.
Ay, Chihuahua. I would have thought that they have more books like this around. Why can I not find anything? I need something authentic.
Miranda?
She stops and looks up. Hola, chica. ¿Cómo estás? How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry.
I am not surprised. There has been some minor changes in my world. So I am adjusting.
Okay. Anything you want to talk about?
I am trying to learn about the Norse and the Viking peoples.
Norse and Viking.
See.
And I'm going to go in the books and try and help her locate something. Because I know nothing about that.
Neither does she in character. She knows a lot, but that's not her area of. I know this stuff.
Yes, you know the stuff. I know the stuff. My character does not.
Exactly. That's why she's looking for books.
Yep.
She's hoping to have more accurate time-related ones than like the generic garbage that they have in some libraries that have been Christianed over.
So you will find there's one bookstore in here. I'm trying to figure out how they even got all this in here in one night because it is packed. I mean, they've got, and it's like the chandelier like that and everything. But it's basically like an alcove and what looks to be like the lower level of a building from above. So like the first floor of a building from above, but you can see the door, which is blocked by a shelf. And then you're in the alcove underneath from the canal.
Hi, Chihuahua.
There is a man working the kind of moving along the shelves and seems to be rearranging a couple of books here and there. Is there anything particular you're looking for? Grimoires or perhaps old treaties?
I am looking for books on the Vikings, the Norse, Yeah, if you have anything of the magical, how they do the magics back then too, that would be muy bien, por favor.
So you're looking for historic practices of the Norse?
Sí, something like that. That as well too. See, I need to know all of it. I have a new man in my life, and this is very important to him. So I want to at least have a good understanding, so I am not embarrassment.
He he'll nod, look at you, and he says, let's see what we can come up with. I've got a fairly diverse collection, but perhaps we'll have something. Unfortunately, most texts tend to be Latin origin, and they don't deal well in uh, other cultures.
Miranda just nods to that.
He'll start scanning along the shelves. He's got kind of using like a almost almost looks like a pointer that a teacher would use, and he's using that to follow along. Looks up to a couple of shelves above. And he says, "I'm assuming you don't need the everyday, the typical. You can get the sagas and the eddas and all that
Sí,
standard stuff at your Amazon kiosk."
no, I want this stuff that is more particular. I am not sure how to say it in English.
Perhaps a bit more depth.
I can look for some authentic sources. Some of them have limited translations. Are you?
If it needs to translate, that is okay. Because I might know somebody who can do the translating, seeing as they speak the language. I'm pretty certain they speak the language. I have not asked. They speak Spanish, but they also speak the languages here, so I am pretty certain that he can speak the language. So if he needs to translate, that is okay.
He starts. Excellent. Some of those are the hardest ones to sell, so I don't stock many, but they also stick in your memory when you do get them. You don't find them very often. And he starts flipping through shelves and climbs up on one of he's got like a ladder on rails,
Mm-hmm.
slides himself across and grabs a couple books as he goes past. And he comes back down and he's got 3 different books. He says, the first one is an early Germanic work, one of the first we have written in Germanic. Of course, the Germanic peoples didn't use written language much till the Latin, so this was an early convert.
See?
I also have one written by a Roman scholar, so it's in early Latin. But this was at a time when the Romans still at least made a attempt to study cultures before they converted and absorbed them. And then lastly, I have one written in Arabic by an Arabic merchant who traveled north and traded.
How much for all of them?
Well, if we're dealing in standard currency, the prices tend to run a little higher. Precious gems or books and trade are preferred artifacts down here.
What
Antiques.
about something like this? And she opens her bag under her cloak and pulls out one of her gold coins.
Just out of character, so I remember these are the old Spanish coins.
The ones that she got from gambling.
Perfect. Yeah. Looks at it real close and he says, This is a fantastic piece. I've seen museums that don't have the quality of this. He said, Normally, something like this, I would want to verify authenticity, but I'd hate to miss the opportunity and have you take it somewhere else. He said, I'm willing to take the chance that you were dealing honestly with me. I'll take the risk that you might have a fabrication, because if you do, it is a very good one.
I did not fabricate it. I won it from the wagering when we were playing cards with the senior, and she's going to describe I think it was the Scourge?
The Chamberlain.
Chamberlain. I won them off of him. He said they were real. And he's fairly old, so I think he is telling the truth.
Well, I don't know the fellow personally, but that's to be expected when you're in this kind of environment like I am. We see a lot of faces, a lot of names, can't keep track of everyone, but as I said, I'd take the chance and I will take that one. I think that's more than reasonable.
Gracias. And she'll hand him the coin and put her hands out for the books.
He takes them and he actually wraps them in like a sheepskin and binds them so they're protected real well.
Gracias. And she will kind of just hold them close to her. Then she's going to turn to Ekta. Gracias for helping me find this place and the books, chica.
My pleasure.
Is there any books you want to get here or that you was looking for?
Anything on spirits?
The only thing I know about spirits, I am more familiar with the rest than the spirits, so it's not the same. They're a little different. I am certain that if he has books, though, we can get them.
I would like that. Yes.
Senor, do you have any books on spirits?
Well, we have the spirits of the dead, spirits of the land. There's lots of different cultures that deal in different types. We have celestial spirits. We have the spirits of the kingdoms of the heavens and the Jade Empire. Sure, particular. We have a couple on the stories of the Jinn and the Middle Eastern spirits.
Spirits of the dead and the jinn.
Aurora will kind of be hovering nearby.
He goes to a shelf and he starts pulling books off, and fairly quickly he pulls a cart over and starts piling them up. And he says, I'm not sure how extensive you're looking to get. You've got a number of Latin, Egyptian, traditional Middle Eastern. I have some in Turkish.
Latin will work.
Most of my Latin works deal in the spirits of the dead and of the other side. Many of them are early work investigations by the church into different spirits of unrest and that sort of sort of thing, but we can narrow it down certainly. And
I
he'll
would appreciate that.
start shrinking the pile a little bit.
Yes, because that is that would take me at least 5 years to read with the schedule that they have me on.
My friend Samantha, if you ask her to read something for you, she will read and then tell you all of the things you need to know from it. She really likes to read. And I don't think she does much else other than cook. She likes to make me tamales, which is really sweet of her.
Yeah, I noticed that she seems to give Aaron, I believe his name was, sandwiches.
See, Aaron and the big fellow, there is a fellow around. He's very big, like muy grande.
Yes.
Muy grande. His name is after that tree, the weeper. The weeper Willow. That is his name. His name is Willow. He's a very big and he's very sweet. I offered to teach him how to do something and he was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And I was like, "Oh, you're just so sweet. Poquito pero." I swear, he's in some ways almost like this big giant puppy dog, but he's such a sweet man. He has a big fuzzy beard. He's muy rojo.
And he does eventually get the stack narrowed down to about 5 books.
How much for the other books?
He looks between the two of you and he says, "Well, with coins and artifacts like that, one more of that variety would be more than sufficient."
She holds her 3 books with one arm and she reaches in and she pulls out another coin and tosses it to him and then holds her books again.
Out of character, did Miranda just pay for my books?
She did.
Thank you. You really didn't have to do that.
It's no problem. I won this money from the Shimerland and I have nowhere else to spend it. They do not take it at the convenience store. They do not take it at the gas station. They do not take it anywhere. So I may as well use it where I can.
Well, it was very, very kind of you. I can pay you back.
Just pay it forward.
I can do that.
Alvaro will saunter up with the gentleman, tip his non-hat to the ladies. Do you have any books on the Egyptian gods or worship and such?
He chuckles and he says, "At least someone has an easy one." And he'll he pulls 2 off the shelf, hands them to you, and he says, "There is a metaphysical shop that has some stuff. Some of the Egyptian practices have come back into vogue. So for practices that are a little more modernly applicable, they could help. But here's two older ones."
And you said you deal in other things besides money?
Preferably. Money's easy enough to come by. If I want that, I'd run a regular bookstore.
What about services?
He looks at you.
boy.
He looks at you, and then he kind of looks out into the canal, and he says, "Given our particular atmosphere, we may want to be more specific."
Oh, I can do housework, construction, stuff like that.
Ailey's ears perk up when she hears services.
Well, I may have some work. I'm hoping to put together some better solutions than these damn shelves. It was a royal bastard to get them all up in time for this thing, because they don't break down simply.
I'm sure I can help with that.
Good. Then we'll plan to see you here at the end of the market, which will probably be, I imagine, if they're following tradition, at the first light of dawn. And after we break everything down, we will look at alternatives from there, better solutions for these damn shelves.
Okay. So sounds good. And he gave him the books.
Yep.
Okay. We'll take them. And give the ladies a wave. And just kind of step back and start flipping through the pages.
Miranda almost doesn't notice, and she just gives him kind of like a little half finger wave from her arms wrapped around books.
And Ecta will kind of, slightly nod.
He look at a book and then flip out a cigarette.
Ailey's kind of maneuvering through everything and just taking everything in and seeing if there's any of these shops that catch her eye, being as there's apparently a buttload of them.
Yeah. I mean, there's shops of all varieties. Is there something particular you're looking for? Or?
No, she's just here.
Okay.
Like,
So there's a. Let me get you a list of kind of some of the main ones. There's like herbalist shops, alchemy type shops. Um, they got kind of like curiosities and curios. Your more traditional like gothic nightclubs, music pounding, that sort of thing. And then they've got some that are a little more of like this almost kind of like that Lestat New Orleans style gothic, where it's more laid back, and they seem to be going more for like their spooky, classy atmosphere. There's metaphysical shops, medical shops that would be a whole different type of dark market. Clothing shops, that sort of thing.
okay.
You kind of see bits and pieces of everything all around.
Okay.
You can give me a perception alertness if you would like.
Okay. Standard, I assume.
Yep.
too.
You actually notice that your family member, Mr. Arthur Duncern, is running a shop here.
Huh.
Definitely going more for like the gothic, slightly satanic look.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. She'll kind of stroll on up and give him a nod and kind of get a better look at what he's doing here with his stuff.
He gestures and says, you don't really have to come to the shop for these. You could simply request them. Everything here comes directly out of the family holdings.
I'm just taking a look. I'm here. She kind of like looks around. It's a little overwhelming. She just like looks around the whole like area in general when she says that.
Yeah, says, well, it is a little bit wild, but you'll be amazed the number of desperate converts who have to try something rebellious and new. He says, looks and he says, here I have a mailing list with 3 volunteers who would like to be the focus of a black mass.
She kind of raises an eyebrow at that. Do you now?
I mean, you throw a little satanic imagery on top of it and present it as dark mockery of Christianity, and the rebellious kids are all for it. Race, we're gonna end up having a whole branch of the family coming here to celebrate these things because we're gonna have so many people to play with.
Fun. Fun. She kind of chuckles.
Shopping for anything in particular yourself?
No, not really. I'm just kind of checking things out. I mean, never really checked anything out like this before, so I figured why not? I'm here and it's happening.
He looks and says, I figured you would have been over in the some of the nightclubs trying to pick up some of them handsome young men.
I'm sure that would go over well. She says she kind of thinks that one out loud with a chuckle. Now that you mention it, it's probably not a bad idea.
Well, like I say, many of them are out here to be rebellious and try new things and have a fun experience. I'm sure that'll give you plenty to work with.
I'm sure it will. She'll kind of give him a grin and wish him luck with his business, and yeah, she'll go check some of those clubs and stuff out.
Yeah, chuckles and says, "Well, I'm having plenty of luck. Had a young gothic man earlier tonight bring in some bones from his family that he normally keeps."
Huh?
You guys are heading towards, or you're going to head towards one of the nightclubs.
Yeah.
All right. I assume the one that's more of a rave type thumping music type punk atmosphere, not the one trying to be super sophisticated.
Oh no. We need people that are drugged. Yes.
So they've got, like these crystal chandeliers, and somehow they drag like leather booths down and pull them around the edges. But then they've got uh, like neon lights strobing, and there's bass music pumping, and um, definitely kind of creating that let's go for a trip atmosphere.
Good. She's just kind of keeping an eye on the crowd, as it were, for potential good candidates.
Okay, let's. I'm going to have you roll. Let's see. I think wits and streetwise would help you kind of pick out who the best candidates would be.
Okay.
And the rest of you guys still kind of hanging out around the bookstore?
Yeah, he's going to be just kind of flipping pages. He'll flip a cigarette out of a pack and offer one of the two girls if they're still standing there.
No, gracias.
No, thank you.
He will respond in Spanish. I do not know how to respond, but he does. So.
De nada.
Yeah, there you go. Do not. So you're looking into Genies?
Yes, I believe that I spoke with a gentleman who was very interested in them at one point.
Is he an Aladdin fan? Or
He has an affinity with fire.
Are you talking about Aaron?
No. Z.
Oh, I have not really got to talk to him very much. I have been kind of busy, especially of the lately.
I haven't really gotten to speak with him an awful lot. I've looked for him around the Goodwater, but I haven't seen him. I'm not quite able to serve it longer, as much as I would like. We tend to feed people.
oh, okay. So the man named Z is interested in genies, but also has a thing with fire.
Yes.
That is the F for Iphorites. I am not sure how you say that word in English.
Feet?
See, I think that's one. It's like an E with the F and then some bunch of letters. I think that's the English spelling.
I think they were like the equivalent of.
If she's talking to people, need to make a perception check on her, John. Because of those things.
Which particular things? If you want
The
some
oral
of them.
stabby.
Oh, yeah. Well,
We might be too out of place down here.
Yeah, but those that know her know that she shouldn't have what she has.
That's fair.
yeah. I guess they could.
Oakley dokley.
Obviously, down here it could be passed off at costume too, but that's a separate matter.
And you said it was a perception check?
Yeah. I think perception alertness.
Okay.
Oh,
Perk alert.
I am Alvaro, by the way. And offer a hand to Miranda, and then
Miranda. And she'll kind of hold her books and give you a small shake. And this is Dr. How you want to introduce?
Ecta Sadana.
See, I like that.
Ecta Bani Chakravanti.
Was your friend Z also interested in the dead?
No, that's me. And that's two successes on why in the world did it sit there and say that I'm Ulrich? That was two successes.
That's a default nickname if you don't.
Change it. You notice that she has fangs.
Oh, I should probably.
She's not going to comment on it.
That is totally valid.
She's going to file that away. At least not at this point.
Okay. Miranda just seems to have forgotten that she has them. She's had a couple days now to be done biting her tongue or her lip. So, like I was saying, I am not very. I do not know a lot about the spirits. I know more about the red. Which are like the spirits of the red that have purpose
Mhm.
still. So I have one who is my. I want to say he's my friend, but he's kind of bound to me. But you know,
Bound like you've enslaved?
no, because I did stuff to help him, so he helps me in return.
Ah. So it's a tit for tat.
So
He does not touch my teeth.
No, no, Miranda.
So you have a ghost friend?
See, kind of. His name is Blade.
His name is Blade.
See, I help find out the people that kill him, and then I make sure that his bodies was recovered, and then I return his items. Well, I gather the items, and I was going to bury them, but they said that I should keep them so that they can stay and help me in return. So
Is
I
he
have
here
their
now?
things. Uno momento, and she sticks her finger up onto her fang and pokes a little thing of blood and rubs blood across her eyelids. Hashtag goes up to that because there's people that don't understand that. Um, and she has spirit sight with 3 successes. And is Blade somewhere nearby since she has his dagger on her?
He is does kind of show up at this point. He'd been um, making sure he was not noticed until now, but
See, he's here. ¿Por qué?
He will look around.
And when those that have a good smell, when she poked her finger, her blood has a very strong scent to it.
Okay.
And she sits there kind of sucking on her thumb afterwards.
Navarro will glance around for said ghosty.
You can't see
Is
him in
more or
between,
less
right?
just looking at Miranda at this point, just trying not to stare, but failing miserably.
Is there something wrong, chica?
You've had implants?
Oh, and she kind of covers her mouth. I forgot that I have it. They are no implants. They are a gift. They were a gift.
A gift.
See?
Okay.
Would
Hey,
either of you like a drink?
What are you offering to drink?
Beer, wine?
Tequila?
That is fine. I have a little money. I can buy tequila.
I could buy. Do you know how much tequila I could buy down here with what I have? I did not even think about that.
You are
Oh.
going to drink yourself to death if you do that.
No. He will make sure that I do not die. It's okay. Hey, Chihuahua. Or I might be able to make it so that my body does not get poisoned from alcohol. That would
Well,
be
there is that.
that. Maybe I can do that instead before I get the alcohol, so that I can plan ahead of times. That would be important. Muy importante. But I need to build up my stamina first before I do too much of anything, because he can be very vigorous.
So you're going to buy drinks, or I'm going to buy drinks?
You can buy them. I have to wait until I have the stuff in place before I spend that kind of menace.
Okay. Miss Sarada? Did I say that right?
Yes.
Would you like to get a drink? Talk more of the gin?
I don't imbibe.
Soda then.
Soda works.
Italian soda. Those are good.
Yes, they are.
A little bit of cream.
I wonder if he would be upset if I came back intoxicated. I don't know. I will have to ask him when I get home.
Call him.
I cannot.
Reception down here bad? Keep his phone open and check.
I don't know. I do not have a telephone. Well, I do, but I do not like to touch it because it bites back.
Your phone bites back.
See,
You
He
can
just
use
nods.
mine.
your phone will bite back too.
Oh. She nods.
So you have a ghost friend, and you have an interest in the ghost?
Yes.
What kind?
And you have an interest in Egyptian gods?
I do. I have a friend who worships Anubis.
Nice.
He doesn't discuss it much, and I'm nosy, so. Also, similar topic. Judge of the Dead. Dead. Walking Dead.
Yes.
So what's burning your interest in them?
I work in hospice.
Looks a little somber at that.
Oh, it's not what everybody thinks it is. It's more a celebration of life. There's a rightness to it. There really is.
I can imagine it'd be hard, though.
Why?
Getting to know somebody and then move on.
The dead are not always gone forever. You can bring them back to visit.
Well,
It's not that big a deal. We have a big celebration just that was an amazing celebration that we had a few days a week ago. I don't even remember how long. That is how high I have been since then on this new relationship.
New relationship energy.
Sí, new relationship energy. That's what we are calling it.
Yes. The infatuation. Yes.
He's so amazing. I think they say Twitter pated. I think that is the word.
Twitter pated, yes.
What?
When you watch the Disney Bambi movie, they have the little rabbit and the skunk.
Oh, the one who thumps.
Yes.
See, and when he falls in the lovins, they say he gets a Twitter pated.
I've seen it once.
I grew up in Southern California, so I got to go to Disneyland like a couple times growing up. So I got to see all of the things.
Never been. Should.
There's one down in Paris, I think. Maybe we should make a road trip one day to go celebrate something or something.
If I can get away from work long enough to do it, sure.
Just because the people are dying to get out of there does not mean that you cannot leave for a few minutes.
Yeah, I guess my patients are dying to get out from underneath my care and to go and get into the care of a pediatrician.
That is very possible.
It's not possible. It's true.
Reincarnation?
Yes. Something must end so that something else can begin.
You guys hear a bunch of cheering coming from further down in one of the further alcoves, which appears to be set up as a club. As a very loud, deep voice. Drinks for everybody. On me. And he pulls out our card and slides it across the the bar, and everybody's cheering around him.
I think the drinks are no longer on you, senor. I think he is buying now.
Well, that works for me. He will walk inside and hold the door open for them.
And Miranda will take her books up to the bar to get her drink. She wants her tequila.
They are pouring fairly generously.
Bailey's simply at this point still keeping this individual occupied.
Does there appear to be smoking in here?
Yeah, I mean, technically all of this is outdoors.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. He lights up again. Get him while he can.
Un tequila, por favor. Aquí. What kind of the sodas do you want? She nudges Ekta.
Well, the Italian sodas are great here.
And what flavor does I have you wanted?
Let's go strawberry.
Un tequila y un Italian soda strawberry. And I think this guy gonna want a whiskey or something.
Check.
See? I remember something.
Yeah, the barkeep comes over and he says, as he's pouring them, he says, "I recommend if you want a next second soda that you try the cranberry, a special import." And he leans over in kind of a stage whisper. He goes, "I think people like it because it gives the appearance and fits the theme." And he points, and you see a couple of gothic club goers, very dressed up in like the punk vampire look with these cranberry sodas that are deep red.
Oh my.
They would not know what it tastes like if they were to bite them in the face.
If something were to bite them in the face, I'm pretty sure they would know the taste. The taste of it. Depending upon how bad the bite was. But yes, no, I see exactly what you're saying.
Did I not say the twist of the phrase thing right?
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
think I will ever have that right.
Sounded close.
Very close.
We'll see that maybe I get better one day.
Practice makes perfect. And you already are a polyglot.
I know, but it's only 4 languages.
Only 4.
See.
There are people who only know 1.
Oh, see, I know. I grew up in America, in the California. I know people that only speak 1. They are usually white and blonde.
Do you find that people were unkind to you?
They assume I was stupid because I do not speak English like they do. But I still graduated with 4.0s. I have my degrees in botany and science.
STEM girls, we rule the world.
And now I grow a unique flower all of my own.
I can see that.
I found it after my how will you describe that? When the world kind of goes kaboom crazy around you for
Upside down.
one special event.
You had fireworks?
I had lightning from the sky.
Wow.
The guy who had bought drinks as he's coming past, and he's got like 3 drinks in each hand. You're not sure how he's not spilling them, and he kind of over his shoulder he says, "We usually just call that an orgasm." And then he goes up to a group and he says, "Ladies, gentlemen, another round."
Wow.
Oh, you know what I am talking about, see?
Yes.
It's similar for most of us, but it's different, if you know.
Well, I suppose the emotional connection, yeah.
Emotional connection. No, this is when I first came to be aware of them, that is my tie to them, and
Your awakening?
see, that's a word for it.
Mine was a bit more brutal.
I had torrential downpours, lightning strikes, and I was running from people that were trying to shoot me.
Yours was pretty traumatic.
See, I ended up hiding in a cave in the canyons down by the college. And when I woke up, this flower was there. I did not take it like right away with me, but like over the next couple days, I just felt drawn to come back, and I came back, and it was still there, and I took it, and I have brought it with me since, and it is beautiful.
So you still have it?
We'll see. On the way back to his house tonight, I am going to pick it up from the crypt and take it with me.
I died for my awakening.
I felt like my heart might jump out of my chest, but I'm not sure if I died. I don't.
No, I was dead.
I don't think I am dead now, so I am pretty certain that I did not die then. Yes, no. See, no.
No.
You probably didn't die. I died.
That must have been difficult.
It's also why I don't worry about my patients. I mean, I worry about my patients while they're in the transition, but once they're gone, it's not an emergency. It's no longer an emergency.
Makes sense.
It's no different than a birth.
That's an interesting perspective.
Because before too long, they'll be born again. If all goes well. It's part of the reason why I'm interested in wraiths and the spirits of the dead.
In case it doesn't go well.
Right.
You know.
Well, I know that when at one of the meetings that he was the prince at the time when he had it. He's not the prince anymore. There was some people of that type, but they were not the same as him or Avalon. They were a different type, and they had a bunch of race working for them. I am not certain that they were very willing because Blaze seemed very put off by it. So
Her eyes are going to widen at that.
yeah, I am not sure what kind of vampires they were. I mean, what kind of people they were. I just know that they had strong power over the races.
And they're enslaving them.
I would think so, but I don't not know for certain. They may just be grumpy reds. I do not know. I did not speak to them, so I am not for certain.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It is not my business though. They have a agreement with the other people in the city, so they are allowed to do what they do as long as are not doing the other things that they are not supposed to do. As far as I can tell, I am like I say. At the time, me and Avalon were very close, so I was kind of more focused on her. And then that evening, she was having a very bad night, so it was very hard on us because she yelled at me and she did not speak to me for almost a month. She was angry and it hurt.
She looks sad.
She does.
You pat her shoulder.
But she has been gone for a while, and Rose, when I were supposed to become the close when she leaves, so that I do not have no is there regression?
Regrets?
No, like falling backwards.
Yes,
Relax.
that is a regression.
Oh, I picked the right word. Muy bien.
Yeah.
Um, she was supposed to be the one to do this, and so that I do not have the regression and have problems. Um, but she wanted to be my friend first before that kind of thing. So that's when him and I became close.
She is feeding bad habits.
No, no, no. This is no bad habit. This is sharing love.
He doesn't look convinced.
Yeah, neither does Acta. You know, she's looking at the changes and she's just like, is it really love? You know, and she's kind of thinking to herself, is it really love if, you know, the woman that I first met and now the woman that is standing in front of me, these are not the same people.
He's a
But
very
she's not going to say anything.
he's a very different person from Avalon. But that is okay. It's good to have change on this sometimes. And I am amazed at the amount of change that he has had in just like the last however many days since the party. Apparently, there has been a lot of change on him too from my presence or towards me. I am not sure exactly. I do not have a lot of experience with him before. I remember when we uh, ate the brain of that the one he ate the heart, so I could not eat the heart for visions and such. So I went for the brain. I did get to use his sword though. It's a big heavy sword. I'm glad I have that little bit of strength that you cannot tell that I have, because
Mhm.
otherwise I do not think I could have lifted the sword. But I have this awesome skull headpiece now that I sometimes wear when I'm just running around that crypt by myself.
Well, John, while they're talking, he's going to be glancing around for any attractive, gothy-looking women.
They are. Most of them are focused on the gentleman who is continuing to buy drinks for everybody.
That's fun.
um,
I'll wait.
Ailey kind of half smirks as she's yeah, making sure her individual is handled.
and he seems to be, he's going around buying drinks. He mentions to a couple of them that he's having a party after, and
Oh, Miranda, it's not possibly rebound. Is that the term I'm looking for?
Hmm. No, this is not a rebound.
How long ago did your last relationship end?
She left this summer, late in the summer, so 2, 3 months, 4 months.
And how long were you together before?
We were together for a decade. And Miranda looks like she's early mid-20s, which means she would have been like in high school.
jeez.
He will look to Ekta and just kind of like side eye her.
And you've known this person how long?
Avalon, we were together for 10 years, so probably close on the
Right.
11.
Your new relationship energy person,
See,
the one that Yes, you've known him for 10 years.
No, I've known him since. Let's see. We arrived here, and then we went to court on that night. So a little over a year, almost a year, around a year.
Okay, so this is not as bad as it originally sounded to me, because what I understood you to say was that you had known him for a few days, and the woman that you were is not the woman that I'm seeing in front of me.
Was
That's a little
different.
bit alarming.
Nothing has changed. I am still the same me.
She's trying to hide that she's not quite buying that.
Do I need a perception empathy?
I will sniff the Jack.
You got it. Give me a second.
Jack, smell like Jack.
Yeah, and if you're trying to hide, it would be like a manipulation
Subterfuge.
subterfuge or charisma subterfuge.
Eight. Give me just 1 second.
Mm-hmm. Remember, it's hashtag the number of dice, D10, F, and then the 6. You forgot the F6 because you did
I did.
106 sided
Okay.
dice.
I'm so used to the Discord when it's
What?
Hashtag 8,
Yep.
D10, F.
F6.
And then just hit enter.
5 successes.
Miranda doesn't notice it.
Yep. Ecta's going to relax a little bit.
No, I have known him for about a year or so. I've talked to him a couple times when I made the forest around the play around his meeting space is more stronger and healthier. And then there was the ritual where we could open the werewolf. And then there was we really did not speak again until the party. We are talking as we go there, and he offered me the flask with the drink in it, and after that we just kind of after the stuff that happened at the party was over, him and I just spent the rest of the night together, and one thing leads to the others, and well, you know this. That's how it is. See, no.
so you didn't know him well before?
He was the prince of the city. He was in charge. Now he is not part of those vampires. Now he is the baron of the other vampires. I think that is how it goes. But he is not my baron because I am not like them. He is much closer to me though. Apparently, he does not usually take a woman to his bed. So, I mean, in like they say, like 800 years he has not. So I think that I am special for him, and that makes me feel so good.
He'll glance to Masada again.
Please forgive me. Heather is having trouble comprehending. It's coming across underwater. One more time, Miranda. For those of us who are hard of hearing.
He said that normally in like the last many 100 years, he hasn't taken a woman to his bed, but he took her, which makes her feel super special and loved.
In over 100 years, he has not taken anyone else to his bed.
9/800.
800?
See, that is why I feel so special, and why I am just like smitten by that. I am special to him.
Oh
Have
boy.
not been special to somebody in a very long time. Not since I met Abalone.
If Ailey weren't occupied and could hear this, oh boy.
Nearby if she wanted. We're at the bar.
Ekta's not going to know what to say to this other than to take Miranda's hand and just kind of, just gently, hold it. There's nothing like sexual. She's not like making a patch. She's just, trying to be supportive, but at the same time, this is not adding up in her head. There's no doubt that Miranda believes every word that is coming out of her mouth, but
I still don't understand how him and Air know each other. I am confused by that.
Oh!
But I'm sure that will make itself sense in at some time. But they were at the party. They like knew each other. They were like arm in arm. I wonder if she used to be like romantic with him, and I stole him from her. Oh God, I hope she does not hate me for that. Oh no.
Miranda, if you have any problems or questions, you can always just go up to her and ask her.
She might kill me.
So you think this person, Air, used to be with the Baron person?
I don't know. It's possible. Oh my goodness, because they were together that night when we arrived, and
Yes, but if he hasn't taken a woman to his bed,
maybe she was trying to get there, and I come in and steal them. Oh, that is no good. I thought we were just becoming friends. She's going to murder me. A chihuahua.
Maybe take things a little slower?
can you describe this person to me?
She has very braided hair. She is very angry. And she's very quiet. But she's not the best at throwing the asses.
She's not the best at throwing the asses?
See, the asses. The asses.
I really do not believe that you can. Axes! Okay, that is not what I.
So we're
That's
going
what
with
I
axes, not
said.
asses.
That is what I said.
Okay,
She's good. She's not the best at throwing the asses.
okay.
Because her friend, the Veronica, she's actually I think she's pregnant because she was kind of starting to show a bulge. Either that or she's getting fat. I wonder if Air doesn't kill me if I should tell her that her friend's getting fat and she should like talk her into like exercise or something. I don't know. I don't know if she's not gonna kill me first though. But anyways, her friend Veronica, she won the ass throwing contest, and Air become the yester for the night. And she had this. It was a rather amusing, even if it was a little baggy because it was made for somebody a bit bigger than her.
She had to be a jester?
See, she lost the contest, so she was a yester, and her friend Veronica was the huntsman for the night. I did not see what happened to her after that. By that point, I had the tail yak in me.
Sounds like some sort of party.
It was, oh my goodness, they had this music going, and it just like made your body want to like move and feel. It was amazing. I did not realize that I could fit both of them into that hole at the same time.
He coughs.
Uh,
I got whiskey in my nose.
But then after that, Marcus he shows up and he tells me that I need to be cleaned up for visiting with the Baron. And so he goes down and cleans all of the semen up. And what he does, he turns on Yak and Tail again. So they are like both wanting in once in my mouth.
Oh,
And I do not know how I did that or how they bent that way, but it was a lot
a lot
of everything. Penis, cum, swallowing. See, it was a crazy night.
This sounds like an orgy.
See,
Okay, so you, Baron, Veronica,
no, the
Bear.
Baron left, and I went to visit him afterwards. And thankfully, somebody brought me clothes yesterday or today. I don't remember which day. I'm still a little off on the times, but because my dress got left somewhere at the party, and I am in the cabin somewhere else. So, but that's how I got these. And she kind of gestures to the hair, and she gestures to the silver. Almost, they look almost like something dug into her, but they're silver lined.
It it seems a little fast.
What does?
He gestures to the silver things and her teeth, and
Is that a problem?
he looks to Sanada.
I wouldn't call it a problem. It's just it's a lot to take in. And if it's a lot for us to take in, I can only imagine what it's like for you to take in.
Oh, I am not going to tell you about that part, but it kind of hurt.
I
It kind of hurt.
feel like you already
A
did,
lot.
but
No, I told you the baby stuff, the stuff for children and pornography.
they allow you to tell that sort of thing to children, and
The stuff that I tell you already is the stuff that is watered down and simple, basic. It didn't involve an altar, blood, piercings,
It's okay.
patents. It's just a lot of stuff all at once.
Yes.
But it was amazing. And then he says, "You have made me so happy. I want to grant your wish. What can I do for you?" So I tell him what I wish, and I surprise him with my wishes. And he's like, it takes me up in his arms and he takes me back to his cabin. And it's like, this is amazing. And I am, I am his, and I'm special.
You guys notice that the bar seems to be emptying out. Um, the gentleman who is buying drinks, a lot of people are following. Kind of, he's punching numbers into their phones and addresses and stuff, and they're heading out.
blocker.
Well, I guess he started his party.
I hope he does have the funds with his party.
I hope he does too.
I have to be back before dawn so that because I promised him that I will be there to go to bed with him this morning.
Well, I wish you all the best, and it's just a lot to take in. That's all.
You
If
seem
you're
to be
happy,
taking this much harder than I am.
sometimes from the outside things can look one way, and from the inside they look another.
And how does it look from the outside to you?
To me,
See,
just laying it out there straight, I'm with Alvaro. It seems awfully fast. That's all. But if you're happy, I'm happy for you.
Miranda glances at Alvaro.
I don't know you as well. If it were me, I would go slower, but it is your life.
With the blood we have forever. We do not have to worry about fast or slow.
Yes, if you have forever, that's all the more reason to, at least from where I'm standing, kind of take it a little slower. But
There will be some slowness because I have to learn how that they have their rituals and about their history and about his history and about um, their culture.
It sounds very one-sided.
He already knows about me and my culture. But Avalon has not told him, Rose has told him, so he knows about me and I am learning about him.
well, I look forward to meeting your new beau.
Perhaps at the next party. Oh, there's
Yeah.
a party coming up next month. Maybe we'll see you at that one.
Yes.
I hope he will go with me if there's a party. I would love that. Him being able to show me off. That would be so wonderful. He is amazing.
Well, if you're happy, I'm happy for you.
I am happy. I have been very sad for a while after Apollon left, and he has made those feelings. They are not there. The pain is he's taken that pain away from me, and now I just feel alive again.
I'm glad. Because you did miss your girlfriend, and I know you did.
I did. It was very hard. I felt like I was at a funeral every time I went out of the house, out of the crypt.
And now you have a reason to get up every nightfall.
See, I actually get up a little earlier if I can because I have to make sure that the shop is still running because I still do sell the herbs and such.
How is that going?
Very good. We are still the one of only places that has none of the tainted herbs that was going around, but I have figured out that it was somebody using their bite to taint the herbs, and they had many of the diseases in their blood, so their bite was very dirty. And if I ever find them again and I can sense their bite, I can tell if it is them. But I have not seen them, these troubled herbs lately. So I am hoping that they leave it or somebody figured it out after I tell them the information about it. Although I have learned how to fight since then, so that is very good.
Yes.
Ross says I shall learn to fight with a weapon.
It's a good skill to have.
But I have to decide what weapon to use.
I would go with something practical. Knife, stick,
Something that gives you some range.
or that.
I guess I will have to research Viking weapons. Maybe find something in there that is interesting. See, I think I will do that.
I like
I was
things that you
thinking
can
firearms.
Or that.
You guys look and you realize that even the bartender appears to have left, although there are still a couple of people in here. And he has even left the cash drawer.
I think that
Like-
that party is a problem. Is bad. Do you think
Wait a
we
minute,
should follow them?
Probably. Is the bartender anywhere within eyeshot?
Yeah, I mean he's like at the back area. He looks like he's like shutting things down, getting ready to leave.
Doesn't seem
Okay,
to
so
be
it's
paying us
not like
any
he
mind.
just left the cash drawer just.
No, he didn't like straight up bounce. It's he's still present, but definitely in the
It's definitely after last call.
right.
Well, I mean, if you want to go to the party, I have no problem, trailing this. I mean, do you think it's nefarious?
This feels weird to me.
Then let's go. You in, Alvaro?
No, I have to help that man with some construction in the morning, unfortunately.
Ah. Well, rest well.
Going to try.
Adios, señor.
Going to go do that. All right, gents, ladies. Bye.
Night.
And Miranda will grab her books and start following the people
Same here.
if she can.
Right. So you guys, excuse me, are following them to the to this party. They're kind of leaving the marketplace and getting grab a lot of them are getting like Ubers or cabs, that sort of thing. And heading out, but they're all kind of heading the same direction. If you guys want to give me a wits plus streetwise to track them, try and
Miranda has 3 successes. Would be 5 if she had specialties in either of those.
Really? That is a crappy roll. Here we go. Let's see what I'm going to get with this.
All streetwise or all wits, I mean?
Yeah. One success.
All right. You guys kind of get the gist of the direction, at least. That you guys can follow. It takes a little bit of time, but you do eventually get tracked down, and you're find basically like a townhouse. There's a couple of guys at the door, but people are coming in through the into the townhouse, getting waved in and stuff.
I'm just going to act like I belong there and kind of...
You just kind of head right in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
And they let you, you walk right in, no problem. And they finally it's a big rave house party. Everybody's going wild and stuff, and you see the guy that had welcomed you, or that was buying the drinks, and he comes over and I didn't know you guys were making it out. You didn't seem like you were that into the party scene.
Luz can't be deceiving.
Yeah, I can't judge a book by its cover.
Well, I suppose true enough. Anything we can get you. Check out the punch bowl and relax a little bit.
Sí, gracias.
I'm not quite going to be hovering around Miranda, but I am going to be close to her because she seems more comfortable at bed parties than I do.
Did you want to do something, Holly?
Oh, Ailey's just gonna kind of be wandering around and keeping her eye and ear out for what she would perceive for as anybody that they should probably be leery about.
Miranda will sniff the punch bowl.
It's definitely alcoholic.
There's no smell of juicy goodness in it.
No.
Okay, so he's not trying to buy peoples, but he's trying to get them drunk. What is he going to do with them? That is the question.
Is she saying this out loud?
She's muttering it to herself.
Ailey kind of leans over and says, "Well, alcohol is indeed part of a party, is it not?"
See, and she'll kind of flash her a smile and
And she's friendly about it.
if you're like really up close, you might actually notice that she has little fangs.
And oh boy.
Otherwise, you can roll perception to see if you notice them.
Oh no, I actually.
Do you want me to roll for you?
No,
Okay.
I'm actually asking John a question. I just only have one hand.
Ah. Dun dun dun. And I've already gotten yelled at for phrasing. I forget about that. I'm bad. I'm horrible. Hi, baby.
Yes, hello, little baby, eating your fingers.
Hi, really.
I just got smacked in the face. Okay. So, Ailey just she kind of fills up a glass and smiles and takes a drink of it. Cheers.
See, cheers. Are these cups like frosted?
Huh?
The cup. Your cup, it looks like it is frosted almost.
It's a cup. Oh,
No, it looks like it is like growing ice on it.
I don't think that's how that one works.
Touch of frost? It usually works pretty quick. I will withdraw it though if John says it doesn't work that quick.
I have no idea. Well, that's what I was doing. That's what I said. I hadn't even got to get that far yet.
Okay.
It's okay, little George.
My name is Miranda. Who are you?
My name's Ailey.
Where are you from? You do not sound like you are from here.
She does indeed have a very heavy Scottish accent. Well, where do you think I'm from?
I am not going to answer that because I am very bad at placing the Gaelic accents. So if I say that I think you are Irish, you will be the from the Scotland. If I say that I think you are from the Scotland, you will be from the island, and I will get mad looks from you. So I am not going to answer for
I've
my
been
own
all
safety.
over the Isles, so whatever one you choose, it doesn't matter.
Thank goodness. I just noticed something from there. I am from California myself.
Ah, the States.
See, I haven't been there in over a decade though.
No, I have definitely not been there. Oh my, okay, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Miranda's gonna look around, seeing if anybody's acting weird, doing weird vampire stuffs.
No,
Vampire looking
everybody
stuff.
seems to just be partying.
Does she see the host around?
He's kind of moving around, and he's playing host, making sure everybody's got full drinks and making sure everything's stocked on the table and hanging out.
She's gonna try and catch up to him at some point.
Okay.
Senor, I did not get your name, so I do not know who the host is. To say thank you.
Oh, not a problem. Pleasure to have you. Name's Randall.
Randall, my name is Miranda.
It's a pretty good turnout we got tonight.
See.
Never know when you get when you drop in on an event, you never know if you'll be able to pull a crowd away or if they'll be hooked on what they're doing.
So is this just a promise of a good time here tonight?
Yeah, we like to start having these and get people coming back, and good parties worth more than you can put a price on.
So you like the gothic rave element to bring to the parties?
Oh, I just like to party in general. It doesn't matter who it is. Sometimes it's a nice as you were saying that sometimes it's the gothic party. Sometimes it's the whatever. And he turns around and he goes, "Hey Jimmy, what was that one we swung into a couple weeks back? Pretty big turnout." And the guy says, "Well, which one? I mean, you hit that techno club. You were out and about for a couple of different ones."
Does Miranda remember anything out of the ordinary with these clubs he's mentioning in the recent past?
No, it's all they're all just regular clubs. You've heard that there's been a couple of that there's been some big turnouts and stuff.
You must really be something special to get this kind of turnout of peoples.
Yeah, gives you a nice big smile and very charismatic about it. And he says, "Well, I've had some good luck and money and made a little bit of a name for myself in modeling, and
You are a model.
it makes you a little bit more popular."
I did not realize I was talking to somebody so famous. Can I have your autograph?
He says, "I'm sure we can can work something out. I can't be occupied too long, though. Much as I love your company, I've got a whole party to run. And he says, well, there's a couple of charming looking folks, too, that have been trying to get my attention all night. He says, here, I'll tell you what, and he waves to the guy Jimmy had been talking to, and Jimmy comes over with a magazine, fashion magazine, and he flips it open, and you can see he's in like one of the main articles, and he signs it and says, there you go, Randy Bell. You ain't gonna get another signature like that anytime soon.
Muchas gracias. Thank you. That is so sweet of you. And she will take it and
he says, well, if you got any friends looking for a good party, don't hesitate to recommend me. Always looking for more. That's how we get to meet people. That's how I get my name out there. Nobody's buying my products if they don't know who the hell I am. You let them know Randy Bell's got the best parties and the best clothes.
See, I would do that. That is so wonderful. Can she cast Prime Sight to see if he's got like specialness about him?
That would be an aura typically, which is mind or spirit sight.
I have Spirit Sight up because I had 3 successes on that. So 1 into effect because that's all you need for the sight, and then 2 for duration would make it the scene.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna check. Because I think Aura Read is a separate use of spirit sight, so to speak. Like it's not the same as regular spirit sight. But that's why we have the book.
Well, I have spirit and mind and
yeah, I know you have it. I just want to see if we need to roll separate.
Okay. Well, I am ready if I do. So far, she hasn't had a paradox incident, so I know at some point it's going to happen.
So it would be a separate roll, but it's still just a diff 4.
Okay. 3 successes.
All right. So his aura is a lot brighter than the people around, real vibrant, and bright, and definitely has a lot of shades of there's yellow and red to it. It seems like just a very energetic, outgoing aura. More so than you're used to seeing, but not like.
Does anybody else in the room have a bright aura similar to him?
A couple of the guys, who party with him do.
Okay. Does Ekta have a bright aura like they do?
No. Hers is more of a sparkling, similar to what you see with others of your kind.
She's gonna take the magazine and head back to Ekta.
All right.
You find out anything?
He is glowing very bright. He's no human. But I do not know what he is. He does not sparkle like we do. And he is not debated like the most of the people here are just kind of neutral. Mm, he is bright. And then they're like, is there anybody else in here who's different or that she would pick out?
Oh, she was seen. Ailey is more slightly paler.
And then like that woman, she has the less than the normal. Is a bit paler. It's like it's muted. So I do not know what he. I wonder.
Give me just a second here.
I want. I should have done this the night of the party. I wonder if he is like there. I bet you he is. I bet you that is it. Whatever is special about him is special about this man. I am willing to more bets it.
Whatever was special about who?
But there, he was the man that was playing the pan flutes at the party.
Yes. The man in the cowboy boots.
Sing. Well, see, Samantha said that when she see him, he had goat feet.
Yes, goat feet.
So I went to talk to him, and he showed me his cowboy boots, and I'm like, okay, but these not goat feet. I am wondering if she has seen something like they have illusion over who they really are. And she see through that. Maybe she's special in that way. I do not know. I do not know what that would make them though. What kind of people have gopi? Demons?
I have no earthly clue.
I wonder if I had sex with a demon then.
I can't really help you on that one.
Actually, now that I think about it, Jack was kind of because his hat stretched to fit his pumpkin head. I wonder if that really was his head. Were we in some other dimension?
Perhaps.
She's gonna go to one of those other people who's got the really bright aura, like Russell or Randall.
Oh.
And she's gonna walk up to him and very kind of quietly but politely say, "What are you?"
And he just looks at you and he says, "Well, I'm part of the staff. You know, just here to make sure everybody has a good time and stay safe."
No. I can see that you and Randall, and she'll point out the other people who have the bright glowing auras. You are no human per se. You might be a little human, but you are different. You are special. How, in what special way are you special?
He looks at you and he kind of gestures, and a couple of the other guards come over, and one of them says, "I don't think this is a conversation for here."
But just
And then
whisper it in my ear and I will leave. Or we can go
louder,
outside and speak it.
since there's a couple of people kind of look like they're looking around a little bit. He says, a little louder for them. He says, "I think, my dear, you've had a bit more to drink than you thought." But we can. Here, why don't I help you out, and we'll get you a cab, and we can discuss on the way out.
Oh, see, I am feeling very intoxicated. Very
Then
much so.
With all of these people randomly coming up to Miranda, I'm not letting her out of my sight.
well, you can tell they're definitely like they're in like their security shirts and stuff. So.
So I'm trailing.
But they help her to the door, and one of them kind of waves for like a cab. And as he walks Miranda to the cab, he leans close and he says, "Not all wolves live in the woods."
Oh, so you are Garu. I know is it your Gorban? I do not know this word. Is no strange word. I heard her say it, but I do not know how to say it myself.
He gestures and says, "Hey, I think you should probably take your cab ride wherever you need to be. Have a safe evening and be a little more careful next time about who you're talking to and how loudly.
Si, senor.
Not everyone knows what you're talking about, nor should they."
I am a drunk woman at a party. I am making no sense.
He says, "Well, we use the same cab company all the time. They'll get you home safe. You just let them know where home is. You have yourself a safe evening. Definitely. We'll let Randy know you headed out safely, and he certainly thanks you for coming."
Muchas gracias. And she'll get in the cab and wait for Ekta if she's following.
Yes, I am following. I'm basically almost right, not right on their heels, but I'm like, are they seriously just going to stick her in a cab and then just shut the door and then the cab's going to drive off? Because I'm thinking that they're killing her at this point.
No, they're. I mean, it looks like a legitimate cab. One of them looks at you and says, "I think your friend had a little much to drink. She was talking a little wild.
She
Suggest you get her home. We wouldn't want anything bad to happen. That wouldn't be good for Mr. Bell's publicity.
yeah.
Not that we're doing it just for publicity. We want everyone to have a safe time when they come
Absolutely.
to a party."
Sometimes whenever she gets a little bit inebriated, she runs off at the mouth. I fully understand that, and I appreciate it.
Well, you get your friend home safe, and you guys ladies have a good night, and maybe next time you guys can make it out to one of Mr. Bell's parties a little earlier in the night before
Yes.
we get too carried away.
Yes, that sounds lovely. Thank you. Thank you again. She's gonna get back in the cab.
All right. So you get in the cab as well, and I assume tell the cab driver where you want to go.
Miranda has him drop her off at the cemetery.
Okay.
I have a feeling Ailey's going to be running to go empty her guts here soon.
God.
All right, and then anything else?
Miranda
So,
grabs her stuff and heads back to the cabin after that.
okay.
Yeah. After I get in the car with Miranda, I'm gonna be like, you're gonna have to learn there's a time and place for everything. I thought that they were going to. I thought that they were kidnapping you.
They are the werewolves, but I do not think they are the normal werewolves like Aries. I think she's a werewolf. They were talking so strange and fast at the time. I'm not sure if I got that right. She might be like family to I don't know. There is strange, but I'm going to talk to her because I know her and I think that she can give me the good informations. But see, these people they were werewolves. She says that very quietly to Ekta so that the guy in the car driving doesn't hear it.
Okay.
But yeah, have him drop me off about a block from home. Walk the rest of the way.
That's not a touch of paranoia at all.
Nope, not at all. She did have a break-in.
She did? Damn.
Yes. At her awakening.
Oh. So yeah, Miranda will grab her stuff, her flower, her wraithy stuff, her books, put them in bags as needed, and trudge off to the cabin.
All right. Anything else you guys want to take care of?
Nope, I'm good.
I assume Ailey's washing her mouth out.
Yeah.
With or without soap, though.
No soap.
All right, well, and if there's nothing else, we'll wrap it up there. So this has been another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. Thank you, players, for playing, and watchers for watching.